Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to delve into the topic of what you can do to make your turkeys lay without missing days. We've been receiving quite a number of responses from some of our viewers regarding what we do to ensure that our turkeys are healthy and are laying without missing days. In simple terms, what can you do to have your turkeys consistently lay and at the right age? So one of the key things that we have noted is basically the feed. For us here, we feed purely on broken maize mixed with soya and sunflower. So we basically use the ratio of 3:1:1. That is 3 kgs or 3 kilograms of broken maize. We mix 1 kilogram of soya and then 1 kilogram of sunflower. So now we get that mix. In 10 kgs of that mix, we put 0.5 or half a kilogram of limestone. So ladies and gentlemen, limestone is very important in your feed because certainly you will need your turkeys to lay eggs that are firm such that you do not lose them. So if you are to avoid breakages in the eggs that are being laid, make sure you include a component of limestone which acts actually as calcium in the feed. So we get 10 kgs and mix half a kilogram of limestone. So basically that is it that we feed. We use the ratio of 3:1:1, 3 kilograms of broken maize. We put 1 kilogram of soya, and then we add 1 kilogram of sunflower. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know that soya has very good protein content. So basically, laying turkeys must be fed on a feed that has some good ratio of calcium. The other thing that you need to do to have your turkeys lay without missing days is basically having your turkeys in a stress-free environment. So how do we achieve this? Once in a while, we allow our turkeys out of the coop such that they run around and feed on green vegetation. So when we allow our turkeys out of the coop, out of their turkey house, we achieve two things. One, the turkeys are able to feed on greens, which are a very key component in their feed, but also they are able to shed off the stress. So basically keeping turkeys, and especially laying turkeys, in a confinement will sometimes make them stressed, and as a result, you will not be able to receive consistent laying. So if you want to have your turkeys lay consistently, make sure that your turkeys are free of stress. One of the ways you will make your turkeys shed off stress is basically by allowing them out of the coop such that they are able to move around and shed off that stress. The other key factor that will make your turkeys lay without missing days is certainly exposure to sunlight. So make sure that you allow your turkeys exposure to sunlight. For us here, when we release certainly our turkeys from the coop, they are able to get exposed to sunlight, and sunlight acts as a stimulant for laying. So we have basically been able to get very good laying rates because certainly we allow our stock out of the coop to get exposed to sunlight. The other key thing that you will need to do to have your turkeys lay consistently without missing days is basically ensuring that they have at all times clean water in their coop. Clean water is very key because it will keep your turkeys hydrated, and when your turkeys are hydrated, they are less likely going to be stressed, and certainly they will be able to lay without missing days. So basically, these are some of the key things that you should do to make sure that your turkeys lay without missing days, to make sure that your turkeys lay at an appropriate age. We've been getting comments, people saying they have been with the female turkey for a year and it has never laid. So basically, it is possible that you have a problem with the feed. If you don't have a problem with the feed, then it is also possible that you have a problem with the coop itself. So make sure that the feed has very good protein content, and make sure that your turkeys have some exposure to sunlight, because sunlight is a stimulant. And make sure that in your coop there is clean water at all times, and make sure that your turkeys are healthy. For us in the feed, in our turkey feeds, we basically make sure that we mix the feed with charcoal. We have found that actually charcoal is a very good substance that helps in fighting coccidiosis. Thank you for listening to me. If you find this content useful, kindly like the video, and if it is your first time, we request you to subscribe such that you do not miss on the next upload. If you have any questions or comments, kindly put them as well in the comment section, and we shall be glad to respond. Thank you.